This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids.
What up, everybody? This your boy Black Megas, and don't feel like playing anything during this rundown. In some significant pain for some reason. It seems like my left foot wants to double back up on the pain, so I have to get that checked out when I go talk to the doctor and see what the deal is with that. So how's everybody been doing this week? Probably a day late on this, so I apologize. But I hadn't had much to talk about. Been just trying to get myself back together, you know, medically speaking. I did some streaming, which was nice. Needed to do more. I wish I would have did more, but I definitely will do more before my time is up, and I'm gonna try to continue and try to be more consistent with that, because I had fun streaming. I really did have fun. Just a case of finding my groove again, you know. And of course, with the health issues, it's kind of hard to be motivated and stuff like that. So yeah, but I'm still looking forward to it. Still looking forward to getting fully back on the hump, especially once I get fully healthy. No if, we are going to get there. We're gonna get there, people. Anyway, that's not what the rundown is about. It's not about necessarily me. It's about what's been going on over the week. Now, generally, I talk about stuff that I've recorded videos on. Haven't really done much recording, although I did just record a review of PlayStation Vue. A second review, I should say, because I reviewed it before. And then I discovered PlayStation Vue had another trial, and I jumped on it because they now have local channels here. Not only do they now have local channels, but you don't pay extra for local channels anymore like you did before, which I was like, bet, let's get it. And then they told me, like, for $45 you also get the NFL Network as well. What? So I tried it out. Needless to say, I have a positive outlook, but there are some negatives. So if you watch the review, you'll be able to see, like, both what I think are pluses and what I think are minuses. And the minuses might be huge to some of you guys out there. So, yeah, if you want, take a look. Started Tomb Raider this week. Cool game. It's funny because I told myself once I was out of work, I need to, like, start working on some of these single player games that I have not completed. And you know, why not when you got downtime? Shit, it's the best time to do that type of shit. You know what I mean? So I've been doing that. Crazy game. Fuck. I swear the developers hate lore. I really do think they hate lore. But yeah, I started it, not this week. I started, what? Oh, shit. I guess you could say last Saturday. Honestly. Because it was just like, fuck. I don't know when I started the game. All I know is I enjoy it. So, things that have been going on in media as far as gaming, sports, and just in general. Well, we know what's the big news in general, of course, which has been the big news in general, it seems like every fucking week. Which is why I don't enjoy watching news like I used to. News is just trash because it's such tabloidish now, and they've put so much focus on, as people like to call him, number 45, or as some people like to call him, the President of the United States. Is that it's just like, you think nothing else is going on in the world? That's why I was surprised they talked about this stuff in Barcelona, which was very tragic. You know, my condolences to anybody who lost anyone. Just sick to see stuff like that. But even when they covered that, of course, what was part of the big draw to the story? What's Donald Trump's going to say? And then he said something that's like, look what Donald Trump said. It's just like, y'all, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Y'all are really, like, it's just too much. But at the same time, I kind of understand because it's a big deal. The fact that this guy is in charge of one of the biggest countries in the world, a country that a lot of people look at for, um, you know, different things, both positive and negative. And he is literally turning people's view of America, especially if you had a horrible view of America, you're either confirmed, or if you had a good view, you kind of like, what the fuck is going on there? So, he's had a week. The Charlottesville stuff that happened over the weekend, which is crazy because it's like I'm 2 hours from Charlottesville, and it's like crazy to see that stuff going on down there. It's kind of like sad because everybody who went to protest, originally the neo-Nazis and the alt-right and all of those stupid ass motherfuckers, they tried to like say, oh, we're just going because we don't want to see the removal of the statue. Then you look at the rally and it's just them talking about how they're going to take the world back, and they need to stop Jews, and they're not going to have race relations and all whatever bullshit. I don't even know what the fuck they talk about. It's dumb shit that's like nonsensical, and they need to get the fuck over themselves with, because the world's changed. The fucking world has goddamn changed. We are not in a society where races don't mix anymore, where globalization isn't happening. It's happened. People, get over it. We are a more global society, and we're pushing even further ahead to a global society. It's nothing wrong with that. Sharing, working with other countries, other races, that shit. Hey, that's actually some cool shit. So chill out. But no, you got those motherfuckers. They want to protest that, and then you had the president kind of agree with them, then didn't, and then doubled down. It was like, yeah, they're not such bad people. Not all of them, at least. Just confusing, conflicting messaging as always. Causing more chaos, causing people to go back and forth. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, and just wish. Let me see the trailer to this, because I've always wondered what this was. But yeah, it's just crazy. Don't know if or when this shit is going to stop, but I don't know. It's a crazy world, but I don't want to stay too long on this subject. It's just saddening. It's saddening. This is the state of the world we're in, but it is what it is. Anyway, on to more, I guess, happier things. So, as far as gaming is concerned, I haven't seen a lot of trailers come out this week that have like wowed me. Saw the Star Wars Battlefront 2. What did they call it? The Air Assault trailer or something like that, where they showed what everybody wanted was, hey, we're gonna be fighting in space. I laughed because, okay, maybe I'm the only person who's just seeing this clearly, but it's the same fucking combat from the Battlefront that they just put out a couple of years ago. The only difference is you have an option to fight in space now. There's still atmospheric combat, because they showed you fighting on a couple of planets. and it looks like it's still fighter based, except for when you're in. Except for now, it seems like the cruisers, the like rebel cruisers, and the Imperial Star Destroyers can be involved in combat somehow. But you're controlling your fighter. You're going through shooting the others. Pretty much about the same way you did before. So it's, yeah, like I said, it's just like you can. It just looks like you can engage the damn Star Destroyers and things like that, which is cool. It's funny because I was thinking this when I was watching the trailer. I was like, you know, if people really went back and played the original Battlefront 2, you know, that space combat that they were all glorifying and going nuts over and being so upset because they didn't get the space combat that they wanted from the first Battlefront reboot, they realized that it wasn't really any space combat to begin with, or it wasn't like space combat as they remember. You basically fought around, you dogfight for the purpose of landing on either an Imperial Star Destroyer or a Rebel cruiser, so you can go in and you can fight people on the ground, boots on ground, to the generators for the shields to blow them up, so you can be able to take out. Was it shield generators? I forget if it was shield generators or if it was just you blew up like different generators that would cause the Star Destroyers and shit to blow the fuck up. Again, the game's fucking old as shit. Even I can't remember that shit, and that should tell you something. That's why. And I don't even have the rose-colored glasses as other people do. That's the funny part. But yeah, it wasn't fucking just, you know, fighter versus fighter, or you can get into a Star Destroyer, you can use that type of shit. It wasn't. So if you think about it, the rebooted Battlefront had the first actual fighter only combat in the series. Now maybe there was another mode that I forget, and if there is, please, I highly encourage everybody to please send me video footage of a mode where you're not getting out of your ship, or you don't have the option to get out of your ship and take out the larger ships. But yeah, I don't really understand how people miss those things. Like, seriously, how do you miss that? I don't know. I it's just, maybe it's just me, but hey, it looks good. Looks like it'll be fun. Like the last one was fun to me. So this should be fun. Hopefully. I'm actually curious to see how this plays on PlayStation. By the way, Dreadnought. Man, it's out. I didn't even know it was out. Holy shit. So we will be downloading this, people, cause hell yeah. If you don't know what Dreadnought is, it's oddly enough, as I'm talking about fighting with you know, large ships, or not fighting with them. This is what Dreadnought is. It's basically you taking command on a team of you know, different types of large, I guess you could say dreadnoughts. Large combat ships where they have different classes. They let, you know, you pretty much, it's a strategic type of thing. You go up against another team, and it's full space combat with these large warships. But anyway, yeah, that's just crazy. Saw Marvel vs. Capcom trailer. Meh. It's okay. I mean, I've never been into Marvel vs. Capcom like that, so I can't really speak on it. Um, I played that demo, and the demo seemed pretty good, but other than that, bleh. Um, Speaking of demos, played the NBA Live 18 demo. It's okay. It's live. Uh, they had you playing through the story mode, pro-am. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, I don't see anything significant that's make. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. This is gonna make me want to buy this. You know, it is what it is. It felt a little stiff to me. Um, but no, it's a live game. We'll see what everybody said. Like I said last week, it's funny how you haven't been getting a whole lot about these games, and now that whole idea is kind of coming back on Madden because I've seen some people have some very low opinions about Madden this year. Like after all this, like kind of keeping things quiet on the low, Madden drops and it's kind of the same old, same old with problems, flaws. Haven't really heard much about that, the last shot or the long shot story mode thing. It's funny how now all of a sudden with EA, story modes are now a big thing after NBA 2K did something like that. I hope MLB, the show, never does a story mode. Don't, please, for the love of God, Sony San Diego. No need to. Your game is good the way it is. Road to the show is fine. I don't need to go and live my journey or nothing like that. I like playing the game because the game is a solid game. And I think that's the thing. It's like all these story mode things and all that. Yeah, they're window dressing. The game's still not that great to me, even though I got to live out my dream in the demo and get drafted by the Sacramento Kings at number 10 and all that bullshit. Like, ooh, yay. No. Putting Stephen A. and Max Kellerman in, that ain't make me be like, yeah, this is so great. This is the realism. Yeah. No. I'm good. I'm very good. In fact, oh my God, yeah. It's just window dressing to me. Like, make the core of the game and the gameplay solid. Fix those issues. You might even need that stuff because people buy sports games yearly with all the flaws and the problems. Anyway, you make the game super solid, and they'll be even more pleased to do so and feel better about it at that. You know what I mean? But hey, who am I but a person who plays the games, not a person who develops them, so I don't know better. No, seriously, I don't know better because I don't develop them, and I don't know how hard it is to do this every year. So that's a problem too. Hopefully, the live thing will be a lot more, shored up once it come out because they've had a few years, but it is what it is. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting NBA 2K. Again, only sports game I get basically is MLB. It looks like it's gonna stay that way for a while. That was about it for gaming because we got Gamescom coming up and everybody's waiting to see what the hell is going to be shown there. Although Gamescom isn't as big as it used to be, which is kind of crazy. Really crazy when you think about it because Gamescom was gaining momentum and I think Sony and Microsoft kind of pulled the steam off of it as far as media coverage. I won't say that about like a fan thing. I think out of all of the conferences, Gamescom is like probably top 3 in fan love because they allow fans in. They allow them to come in. They allow them to play games, walk around the floor, things like that. It's always been like that. It's a big, huge venue. People come from other countries to Germany just to go to Gamescom, so it's a big deal still. But as far as media coverage, it may not be because, like I said, Sony and Microsoft kind of just don't engage like that anymore. And so the big news stories, what are going to be the big news stories this time around? I'm curious to see what that's going to be. I'm going to check it out and see what's going to happen. Hopefully we get to see some cool shit as always. Not sure what I'm looking forward to seeing. Again, without the Sony Microsoft like quote unquote press conference war like we usually get, might not see much. Especially too with Sony holding a lot of stuff probably for PlayStation Experience. Yeah, just don't expect to see a lot going on. I would like to see Microsoft though start doing their super push for the Xbox One. I feel like they've been extra quiet too. Like seriously. Interesting. When you think about it, the Xbox One, I don't see the push. I mean, we got a little under 4 months before it comes out probably. I feel like it's gonna come out in the beginning of the month, and just before Black Friday, so they can like give people a couple of weeks to get hype. So when Black Friday comes, they all rush out and get it. But yeah, I don't really see. And I said 4 months. I meant 3 months. Yeah, I don't see It's interesting. I don't really see like an all-in type of thing or coverage. Nothing like that. Interesting. We'll see though. Maybe Gamescom will be a place where Microsoft is like, hey, we got tons of Xbox Ones here. Y'all come check it out. Ask us questions. See these games. Maybe we'll get a lot of feedback on it. You know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, now I'm really wondering what's going on with that. But other than that, there's not really much with gaming. WWE announced the first part of their roster. I hate how they do the breakup split thing, but that's fine. They want to make fanfare out of the whole thing with Goldust and Corey Graves hosting it with I forget her name on IGN. Okay, cool. Saw some cool people. Good to see people like Sanity in the game. They're gonna have a shit ton of old wrestlers this year. I can see. Nice to see Dusty Rhodes, but it's like y'all got a lot of older wrestlers in this game. But that's about it. Moving on to other things. Defenders came out. I gotta watch that. Can't wait. It's been getting good reviews. I actually started watching Ozark. Ozark is a good fucking show. Good ass show. A lot of people say it's like Breaking Bad in the mountains or something like that. It probably is. It's kind of amazing because you see Justin Bateman is directing and starring in it, and it's a very serious vehicle. And most people know Jason Bateman. I said Justin Bateman. Jason Bateman as a comedic dude. You know, Arrested Development, stuff like that. That's the type of stuff he's generally known for. But in this, he's killing it with the dramatic acting. And he, like I said, he directs it. It's a really well done show overall. Good, interesting characters. Plot's wild as fuck. Just like very engaging show, and I can't wait to watch more. I've watched the first 3 or 4 episodes. They've all been good as shit. I can't wait to see where this goes. But yeah, definitely going to catch up on the Defenders because I want to see that. I'm glad it's getting good reviews. Glad that it's going to be something that I'll probably... I mean, I don't really have a bad thing to say about any of the Marvel shows. At least not seriously bad. Yeah, I know everybody wants to say Iron Fist was the worst thing in the world. It was okay. I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all that it was as good as the others, but it it wasn't as bad as people made it out. I think once one media outlet was like, "Oh my God, I hate this," everybody just decided, "Oh my God, it's the worst thing they've ever done." You know how people do nowadays. If they see something on the internet, they pile in on the idea. You know, and it's like, I'm sure the majority of people talking shit about it probably never watched it. But it's okay. Yeah, it could be much better, but it's okay. It at least lets you know that he's there. I hear he's better in Defenders, and who knows? Season 2, you probably get a lot of improvement to this show. So we shall see. We shall see. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this rundown. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you think. And check out the videos that I've put out this week that may relate to this. Feel free to comment on those as well. And I will see you guys later. Peace.